This is Optimal Living Daily, episode 136, 7 Tiny Steps for the Beginner Minimalist by Courtney Carver of BeMoreWithLess.com.
Get ready to maximize your potential with Optimal Living Daily, the podcast that brings you the best in personal development and productivity every day of the week. Your optimal life awaits. Now here's your host, Justin Malik.
What's going on, old friend? Welcome to Optimal Living Daily. I'm Justin Malik, the guy who wears pajamas during the day. It's true. Ever since I started working from home, I figured why not? I'll even walk the dogs in my pajamas. I like to think it's me embracing minimalism. And speaking of minimalism, I'm really excited. I was able to get approval from Courtney Carver of BeMoreWithLess.com to read her posts on the show. So thank you, Courtney. And normally I'd read a little bio here since she's new to the show, but I'm also featuring a post from her today over on Optimal Finance Daily, and Dan talks about her story there, so make sure you go check out that episode too. It's a different post. That one's about money. So again, you can hear her story plus another post of hers over on the Optimal Finance Daily podcast. And in the spirit of minimalism, I'm going to keep this short, so let's get right to it and start optimizing your life. 7 Tiny Steps for the Beginner Minimalist by Courtney Carver of BeMoreWithLess.com. Similar to considering other lifestyle changes, people who are thinking about becoming a minimalist generally fall into 3 categories. 1. Let's go, where's the dumpster? 2. No thanks, I don't have a stuff problem, I have a space problem. 3. I'm interested, but I don't know where to start. Sometimes the 2s make the jump when they see how happy the 1s and 3s are. I've become a minimalist slowly. I stepped into minimalism, stepped out, moved forward, moved back, and finally began to lean in consistently. What took me so long? Over the course of 7 years, I simplified my diet, stuff, debt, health, home, and busyness. There are a few reasons why I intentionally took my time. 1, in my experience, slow shifts are more sustainable than radical change. 2, I have a family and they come first. 3, I had to experiment to determine what was enough for me. 4, I was seeking more. Just getting rid of stuff wasn't my intention. I wanted to discover what meant most to me, what made my heart sing. 5, I'm still seeking, experimenting, and defining enough. I don't have an endpoint in mind. If you are a beginner or somewhere in your journey to simplify your life and become a minimalist, enjoy these tiny steps. Number 1, write it down. Make a list of all the reasons you want to live more simply. If you are sick of debt collectors, write it down. Mad that you never get any time with your kids? Write it down. Too stressed out to sleep at night? Put it on paper. Want to fire your boss? Yep, write that down too. These are your whys, and your whys will provide great leverage when you think it's too hard to keep going. Your whys will help you remember what matters. Number 2, discard the duplicates. Walk through your home with a box and fill it with duplicates. If you have 2 sets of measuring cups, put them in the box. Copies of the same book or DVD, put 1 in the box. Doubles on placemat sets, you only need 1. Once you fill the box, label it duplicates and put it out of sight for 30 days. If you don't need anything or don't remember what was in the box, donate it. Number 3, declare a Clutter Free Zone. This area could be a kitchen table, your nightstand, a countertop, or a drawer in your kitchen. Use that Clutter Free Zone as inspiration to live with less. If you enjoy that clean, clear environment, expand the zone a little bit each day. A clutter-free countertop can become a clutter-free room, and a clutter-free room can become the clutter-free minimalist home you've been thinking about. Number 4, travel lightly. Travel always renews my love of minimalism and living simply. The next time you take a trip, pack for half the time. If you're traveling for 4 days, pack for 2. You can wash and hang clothes if you need to, or wear the same things twice. See how it feels to carry less baggage. Number 5, dress with less. If you haven't considered Project 333, dressing with only 33 items for 3 months, clothes, shoes, jewelry, accessories, sounds extreme, but thousands of people know that it actually makes life easier instead of more challenging. Number 6, eat similar meals. When you think about how much time you spend thinking about what you're going to eat for lunch, make your family for dinner, or what you need to pick up at the grocery store, it's clear that food is not always simple. Try eating the same breakfast and lunch all week and have 2 or 3 dinner choices that rotate throughout the week. If your family complains, let them know it's an experiment and then talk about it at the end of the week. Number 7, save $1,000. An emergency fund simplifies everything. If you're paying off debt, only pay your minimum payments until you can save $1,000. If you aren't in debt but still spend what you have, set aside money every day or every week until you reach $1,000. Try the 52-week money challenge, and in 45 weeks, you'll save more than $1,000 without ever contributing more than $45 in a week. Money for emergencies reduces stress and emergencies. Try these one at a time and continue to take tiny steps and lean into the life you crave. Even if it takes 10 years to get to where you think you want to be, the benefits begin immediately. The beauty of being a beginner minimalist is that you can be curious and daring. You can ask for help, get back up if you fall, and look forward to new adventures in a life with less stuff, drama, debt, and obligation. You just listened to the post titled 7 Tiny Steps for the Beginner Minimalist by Courtney Carver of BeMoreWithLess.com. And again, you can hear her story and a post about money over on the Optimal Finance Daily podcast, so please check that out and subscribe to that show too. Also, if you want to learn more about minimalism, I'm giving away a book by The Minimalists in just 6 days to a random person on my mailing list. So if you'd like a shot at that, you can text the word optimal to the number 44222, or you can visit oldpodcast.com and join there. You get a bunch of free stuff from me too, including a video tutorial I made on how to track your income and expenses. So once again, text optimal to 44222 or visit oldpodcast.com to join the family for free. And that is it for Minimalist Monday and the first post ever with Courtney Carver. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you tomorrow with a post about finding your passion, where your optimal life awaits.
Hey, this is Dan from the Optimal Finance Daily podcast, which is a lot like this show, except more focused on personal finance. Justin handpicks the best posts he can find from blogs and authors like Ramit Sethi, Mr. Money Mustache, and more, and I read them to you 5 days a week. So if you enjoy this podcast, come on over and subscribe to Optimal Finance Daily too. And together, we'll optimize your financial life.
You've been listening to Optimal Living Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode, and head to oldpodcast.com. That's oldpodcast.com for a free gift, as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.